What a hot day. Sun is out. It's a beautiful day in Kochi Prefecture. I'm here at the prefectural office, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity to discuss something that's always been on my mind, a curiosity. Why do the Japanese, and not just Japanese, East Asians, do the peace sign in photos? And there's a lot of history about it, and I was hoping to have Alex Kerr here with me, but he's in a surprise lunch by the prefectural office. They took him from this building to a really well-known hotel, and they didn't take me. So I'm stuck with you guys. Now, stinks for him, huh? I'm gonna walk down here towards Hirome Ichiba, which is a really famous place to get traditional Kochi food and all sorts of good stuff here. Check out this ginkgo tree in full color. Now, the peace sign, I mean, it's kind of an interesting question. I was gonna give Alex my theory on this, why they do the peace symbol. Now the answer, my theory is this happened in 1972, and this is from people that I talked to, the older generation. There was a figure skater named Janet Lin, and she was in the 1972 Winter Olympics in Sapporo. And she, oh, this is a nice spot here. She was supposed to win the gold medal. She was the front runner for it. And in the Olympics, she fell down. She fell down, like she had no margin for error. And when she did, she lost the gold medal. She knew she lost the gold medal, but she smiled as soon as she got back up, and it looked like she didn't have anything to worry about. In fact, it's really inspirational to see it, because to Japanese, especially, the fact that she had nothing to skate for. She's not skating for the gold medal. She lost. Why is she smiling? In 1972, Japanese were inspired by that. If you fail in something so big, you failed, and it's such a massive thing. Where Janet Lin is still smiling, and she finished up with so much class that even today, you can watch it on YouTube, the 1972 Sapporo Olympics. I believe she flashed the peace sign. And she was in photos, and she was on Japanese TV over and over and over again, showing the fall and the smile. She was an activist for peace. So that was my theory. But maybe there's a lot of other things. I bet you Alex, because I asked him before, was going to say that this predates that, going all the way to World War II, when during V-Day, the GIs that were even here in Tokyo, around Japan, and when they came to Tokyo, as an occupying force, they still did pictures with victory. And the Japanese flashed that, and not even sure why they're doing it, but this does come from victory, which was V-Day, which was World War II, and that's where this really started. Unless there's some sort of Roman thing, like the thumbs up and thumbs down. I think that might be the start of it, at least where Japanese probably first saw it in images, in Time magazine and whatnot. But there's also a musician in 1972, maybe coming from Janet Lin. This was Jun Inoue. Jun Inoue, from a group called Spiders. He was had a pretty big following, and he was a spokesman for one of the big camera companies. And he did this in an ad. And then all of a sudden, after Janet Lin, and I believe Jun Inoue doing this in an advertisement, when cameras were starting to get big in 1972, again, he did this either Konica or Nikon, I'm not sure. He did this in one of the biggest ads for a camera company, and people were taking more photos. Everyone started to do this. 1972, and then it just grew from there. The 80s, you see a lot of pictures where teenagers are doing this. Then the 90s came. I came here in 1998, and that's how I knew about Janet Lin the first time, because she was in the Nagano Olympics presenting awards, and that story got really big in Japanese TV when I was here in 1998. That story went on for a couple more years. Nowadays, nobody knows who Janet Lin is, but she was big in Japan. Maybe one of the first people that were big in Japan for these weird reasons, like falling down and skating, and perhaps winning that bronze medal. Perhaps winning that bronze medal made it even more symbolic. The fact that she was still so happy to win the bronze medal. I bet you so many I don't know. I think that there's some interviews where she was asked, would you trade that gold medal for the bronze medal? And she said no. But I think maybe she said, of course I would, but probably there's nothing wrong with the bronze medal. I didn't see all the interviews on her, but it's a very inspirational story and a very good person. So if you don't know about Janet Lin, I think that's where it comes from. Nowadays, it's 2021. We're now, gosh, almost 50 years away from that Sapporo Olympics. Japan is thinking about bidding for another Sapporo Winter Olympics after the Beijing Olympics. We'll see what happens with that. We still see people doing this. And it's amazing to me to see this and not know where it comes from. And not just here in Japan, it's spread all over East Asia. Because the camera companies were Japanese, Konica, Nikon, Canon, all these companies were Japanese based, and that technology went to China, went to Korea, went all over. I'm guessing this kind of spread from that. And then it became just a global phenomenon. I don't know how it got to the United States. I don't think people in America do this. Kodak maybe, I don't know. That's something to ask Alex, who's the Japanologist and author of the book Lost Japan. Now this is the prefectural building. Look at that ginkgo tree, beautiful. This is the prefectural building for Kochi Prefecture. Where, look at the guard's house. It kind of looks like a little tower for the for this Kochi Castle up there. It's the peace sign, but it's also the V sign, which stands for victory. So, I don't know. If you search it, it might be victory or it might be peace. I'm not sure. The original MASH movie, 1970, used the peace sign. Activists all through the 1960s used the peace sign too. So it wasn't something that it wasn't new in 1972, but it didn't come here from the peace movement in Japan, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they were doing it too much in the 60s. Now, there's another theory that it became even more popular when anime started to pick it up, and manga in particular. Images, there was one manga where they showed a baseball game and the player's father flashed a victory sign, which is kind of pretty weird. But yeah, victory for winning, which was what the people in that manga saw. And that also popularized this action to do in photos. Nowadays, if you ask people, younger people, and I made an episode, I was making an episode on Purikura about 7 years ago. And I asked young Japanese girls why they do the peace sign, and they had no idea. Then they said, well, we need to do something with our hands. I said, why do you need to do something with your hands? Can't you just do a pose or do this or, like wave or just smile? But they wanted to do something with their hands, and it just now has, I don't know, turned into something pretty amazing. Like a movement. Like you have to do peace. It is a kawaii thing because the girls that are doing it are kind of kawaii. Even the oba-chan, the old ladies that do it, are pretty kawaii. I'm guessing this is the moat around the castle. So I'm going to take you to Hirome Ichiba right now. We're going to walk, and if you have any questions, you can ask me right away. Live streaming, I'm looking at it. But Kochi Prefecture, Kochi City. This is my last full day in Kochi. I return back to Tokyo tomorrow. A pretty cool trip. Kevin Riley went back to Osaka. Even here, they have that tactile yellow line that goes through. Meant for people visually impaired. First started in Okayama City, which is the gateway from Osaka to get into Shikoku and Kochi. From Okayama. You can come in through Kobe on the Akashi Kaikyo Hashi Bridge. This is the longest bridge. I think the longest still in the world. I'm not sure. Yeah, Daniel, I just wrote in why they do the peace sign. But dude, you know what? There's always going to be some refuting testimony or some other reason why. Nobody knows how these words become popularized so much. I'm sure in Japan, manga and anime had played a big part, and it's continued use by celebrities and stars. But what is most interesting about the theory in 1972 with Jun Inoue from Spiders making that peace sign in the advertisement, it shows you how impressionable people are here in Japan, where such a thing can create a cultural movement, right? 1972, post-World War II Japan. About, less than 20 years removed from it. Sorry, less than 30 years removed from it. Flash this, do something unique and fun and loving, and boy, did people pick that up quick. No, I don't think I see too many pictures in Japan, happy pictures where people are not doing the peace sign and smiling. And if you're not doing the peace sign, people just don't smile sometimes. To do the samurai smile, which is no smile at all. All right, we gotta make this light. Beautiful museum. So what do you think? Do any of you do the peace sign when you smile? Do any of you do this? When you take a picture? I have no choice but to do it now. It's like ingrained in who I am after 23 years here in Japan. Marina Murray writes a no. Jerry, you do not do it, do you? Daniel does it for the bunny ears. I do that too. Actually, that's true. I would always do that behind the back and the alien antennas. With friends, right? It's in green jamin, yeah. I remember actor James Stewart using the reverse peace sign. Using his right hand. Oh, interesting. Samuel Robinson writes in here, Japanese culture is very unique in its own way. It is. But I love how it kind of takes something and makes it its own and does it in a Japanese way. And the peace sign, again, what Alex originally told me, he said the origin of it is from V-Day in World War II when Japan was defeated. And you see everyone doing this in photos. I guess it's a really beautiful thing because peace is something that even here in Japan that they wanted. So I'd flash that too. I do. Check out the golden toady. Wow. What? Wait, what? What? Hello? Is that? What is this? There's a chicken right there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's a chicken walking around the city. I'm about 50 meters away from Hirome Ichiba, which is the big main market. Is this an escapee? Where did you come from, little guy? Oh my. Are you wild? Are you real? Hello. Peace. Chicken. Can I take a picture with you? We're gonna do the peace sign, chickadee. Ready? Peace sign. No? He's more interested in the water. Peace? Why is there a chicken here? Why are you here? It's weird. You know what? I'm just gonna... There's another one. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. This is a chicken shrine. shrine. What the heck is this? What is this place? I'm getting hungry for chicken. There's some good-looking chicken. Oh, look at the chicken. They're fighting. They started to attack the little girl. Wow, oh, that's the one we saw before. Wow. Oh. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. Oh, I see some more. Wow. There's a whole pen of them. Hey, guys. Hey, WRX Turbo's in the house. Someone should let you out. That someone should be me. What is going on? How did you get up there on the pole? What? This is crazy. I had no idea this place existed. Like so close to Central Coach. Do you want to be free? To roam the world? Or become a piece of chicken? Which is, well, that you're a chicken. You're already a piece of chicken. It's interesting. Did not expect this. Took a very unusual turn. The little girl's like shouting at the chicken. What? Maybe you can ask what the purpose for the chicken shrine. I could be. It's funny that they had golden tori, which could be for the golden fried chicken. There's nobody to ask. Hold on. Let me see here. Who owns this shrine? Probably the shrine people. Okay. There's nobody here. Could be at lunch. So I'll ask this lady. Ah, すみません。なんで鳥ここにいますか？わからないよね。わからんね。Not sure. こんにちは。なんで鳥ここにいますか？ちょっとわかんないですね。聞いてみてください。はい。はい。ありがとうございます。All right, nobody knows. Bottom line. What? Okay, out we go. All right, something to look up later. The reason why is I'm so blown away. It's not that just because there's chickens there. It's because that's the shopping center. This is the center of the city. This is Central Kochi. This is why it's like, what? Kind of cool. They do have good chicken here. Both in attitude and in flavor. Yeah, tori is spelled T-O-R-I-I, and bird is T-O-R-I in Roman letters. There's really, I don't know. We're gonna have to dig deep for this one. All right, right here on the left side, this is where Kevin and I took you down this shopping arcade last week. Kevin Riley. You can see that live stream here on Only in Japan Go. Whoa, check it out. There's a chicken right there, a chicken pole. And here's Hiromi Ichiba. This is the big center, the big market here in Kochi. So I'm not sure what's going on here. It's pretty interesting. This is a chicken town. Ryoma-kun. Why do you have chicken shrine in the center of the Kochi city right there, the Golden Torii? Making me hungry. All right, everybody. I'm sorry Alex Kerr could not join us for this live stream, but I'm pretty sure I answered why Japanese and in East Asia, the peace sign is quite popular. Thank you, Janet. Janet Lynn. You didn't win the gold medal, but you won. You won over a lot of people's hearts. And she even said in an interview, she when asked, okay, now I remember, I think when she asked if she would trade in the gold medal for the bronze for the gold medal, she said it was a tough call because she received a letter from somebody in Japan who said that because she had fallen down and failed, but had such a good attitude afterwards that it wasn't the end of the world, that she was thinking of committing suicide. But after seeing that, and I guess all the talk afterwards, she decided not to do that, and it's turned her life around. And that's what she received in a letter. And I think that, you know, these little gestures, the things that we do in our lives, especially Janet Lynn on the ice during the Olympics, the biggest sporting event in the world, that really inspired a lot of people. Everyone are always watching you, and you can't change your personality in a sudden way like that. So I'm sure Janet Lynn is a really kind and good person. And in Japan, she's much beloved. Still today, with the older generation. All right, everybody, have a good day. I'll see what I can do tonight. Maybe take you into Hiromi Ochiba, but this is my last day and night in Kochi. So, gotta do something. Hey, Irvin's here. What's the matter? Can't count to 5? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding, Irvin. I'm just by myself out here. Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? Irvin, just because Irvin is a really cool guy, I'm gonna show you something that Kevin and I didn't show you in the last live stream. Thank Irvin for this, okay? Irvin. Or Irvin. Hey, Irvin, thanks for that. Here we go. I want to show you what Kevin and I didn't show you last time through this shopping street, and this is where I'm going to end because I got to get back to the car. Oh, that sweet smell of matcha. All right, Kevin and I, after the live stream last week, Chan finished. Chan finished it up. 5, 6, 7. Thank you, Chan. That's funny. You see, look it straight ahead. Kevin and I, we stopped right here and we said, wait, those two cafes look super interesting. What? So then Kevin and I kept walking. And we ended up having lunch at one of them. The left one is Spoon, and the right one is a Shakespearean character, Mephistopheles. Gosh, I can't remember my Shakespeare. Mephistopheles. There you go. There's no McDonald's here, Luke. I'm trying to show you something cultural. All right, which one did we go to? The Spoon on the left or the Mephistopheles on the right? You got 5 seconds. What? Laugh out loud. That's not an answer. All right. The answer is this one. Sorry, Irvin. I didn't give you enough. Yeah, the answer is this one. Spoon looked good, but we went into here, and I'll tell you why. Because we went onto Google reviews, and the inside looked super awesome. And I actually already on Instagram. Actually, Irvin, you should have known that. On Instagram, you can already see the answer because Kevin and I are showing you our awesome seat that we had in there. Well, the spoon looks pretty good too. I'm just gonna show you. The door's open. In the back, do you see in the back there? They have like this garden. Right? And inside, the garden is even better inside of here. And up here, hold on. If you pan up, they have a cinema on the second floor and then something else on the third floor. But this building, it does not seem like it fits here, right? So Kevin and I were like, what? So we ate lunch there and it was 1,000 yen and we were full. $10. This is pretty cool here too. Not sure what that is. Somebody's house. So there is this Kochi coffee breakfast culture, and this area is like their breakfast area. So you can choose not to have the hotel breakfast and come here, and it's really good. I know because Kiara told me, and she's really, I don't know, particular. Yeah, and this is a very famous deep fried goodies for nabe place, like fish cakes and stuff. Hey, I wore a fundoshi like that before. I don't think I could do it now. It's more for your safety than mine. Wow. You know, if it wouldn't make a mess, I think it'll make a mess. A red fundoshi, it wasn't red, it was white. I like the way she sticks her neck out like that. It's hard to forget that. So there you go. Land of also very good sake. Cool, huh? It's part of the Shoten guy, but we didn't show you that before. All right, everybody, I'm gonna go back to the car, and I wasn't supposed to leave. This live stream started late because I was waiting for Alex to come out. He didn't come out. It's kind of a busted live stream, but it's all right. One of these days, I'm gonna get him on here. Alex is somebody who also spends time in Bangkok, and I'm not sure when he's gonna be coming back to Japan, but super, super nice guy, and we get along, and we talking about everything in Japan. It was a very fun drive back, about an hour and a half, with Kiara in the back seat, just talking about all sorts of things, the historical aspect, and I got a lot of really good topics for main channel episodes from picking his brain, and he's one of the most who knows the most about the deep background of the things that we see around Japan, which is why his books are so detailed, so good if you're interested in Japan. The Lost Japan was his first one, but he's got a ton of them that give you this insight that even Japanese people don't want to talk about, and turns on lights, and that's really cool. So I have a lot of respect for him, and I hope that after hearing him yesterday on Only in Japan Go, check that out if you want to get a lot of background on some of this stuff, like the revitalization and what's happening at the small towns. Alex knows that stuff because he's working to help to turn it around, like with his 300-year-old house, Chiori, which is super awesome. Nightshade Giggle is reading the book. It's a good one. All right, everybody, thanks. I'll see you in the next live stream. Heading back to Tokyo and getting out an edited video on the fireworks. And